welcome to Cajun Prairie Knits episode 3. My name is Kim, and this is Christy. She's not looking. Buddy. I don't know if you heard that. That was Buddy. Anyway, you can find me on Ravelry as Jane Austin and on Instagram as jaustin1775. And today is February 10th. It's Ash Wednesday. I think it's the 10th. Not sure. I keep forgetting to say what day it is. And yesterday was Mardi Gras, and yep, I didn't do anything crazy for Mardi Gras. I went for a hike. It was really nice. And went for a little drive and cooked. So, knitted a little bit, which was fine with me. It's kind of my kind of Mardi Gras. I've done parades and things before, but yeah. And Christy. So I am wearing today, I forgot the name, the Quaker yarn stretcher shawl, yeah, which we made maybe last year or the year before. I think it was the year before, out of hand spun, and made this really chunky hand spun. I don't know if you can see, from two Nonoko bats. Yeah, with my Jenkins spindles it was like a Jenkins challenge, I'm pretty sure, where it was in the Jenkins group. You pick like 5 colors that you like of bats, and then another person picks 5, and you choose. Somebody will choose one of the 5 that you picked, and you choose one of the 5 from somebody else's, and then you get one of each, and you spin them together. So that's what I got, and one of them was sort of a tan color with this pinkish color in it, and the other one had green, purple, and the pink color. So they went together really well, and it kind of made a gradient. And I used every last piece. I actually had to spin some extra I had of a different bat so I could bind off. But it is chunky and squishy and soft. It's mostly merino, and I really like it. It's very warm. It has one of them had a little bit of sparkle in it. The other bat had little bits of sari silk in it. But it was very nice to work on. So that's what I'm wearing. I'm also wearing my Star Wars sweater. It's Darth Vader right there. And there's some stormtroopers up here. Yeah. And it's from Target. And I have about, I don't know how many Star Wars t-shirts I have. Once it warms up again, I'll be wearing Star Wars t-shirts, because I basically wear t-shirts all the time. So, yeah, so that's what we've been doing. And I don't have too much today, just a little bit. I thought I finished something, so I thought I would show what I finished. And I wanted to say thank you to everyone who has watched my first 2 episodes. I really appreciate it, giving me a try. I know there's about 1 million podcasts out there, but this is fun. Even if nobody watches, I still feel like I'm talking to somebody about knitting that might care about it. So yeah. Okay, let's see. Let me show you my tea first. It's probably too hot to drink, but I love this mug. This is my newest mug. It's clear glass. It's from France. I didn't order it from France, but It is a French mug, and it's got a little bee on it. They call it a Napoleon mug. And I'm drinking some green tea. It's my favorite green tea. This is the Harney and Sons green tea with coconut, ginger, and vanilla, which I thought sounded really kind of weird, but I love all those flavors. So, and I love it. Thought it was a little strange the first time I tried it, and then I was just hooked on it. And I basically never add sugar. No, I never add sugar to any of my teas. I don't like sweet tea, which is sort of weird for a southerner, but I don't actually like sugar all that much. I add milk or cream to black teas, but green teas, I usually just drink it straight. Okay, so I finished my Whispering Island. I'm stuck. And here it is. It's not blocked. I need to do that. But I just finished it this morning. And I used maybe a skein and a half of the natural mix of the Patton's Classic Wool for this part. And then the bottom is 1 skein of the Plum Heather. And I used the whole thing until the last row. This is what I had left of after the last row, and then I broke into the second one just to bind off. So I almost made it with one, but had a little bit left, and it's very curled up at the bottom here, but I think it's gonna be awesome after I block it. So there's the bottom edging. And it was super easy. These little, I don't even know what to call them, but little spots have a purl 3 together. Oops, sorry. And that's was a little tough to do down here, just in, purling 3 together on big needles is just kind of awkward, but not hard. And then the bind off was one I hadn't done before. It was a variation on one that I'd love to do all the time, where you knit 2 together through the back loop, put it back on the stitch, knit 2 together through the back loop. It was sort of like that, but it had 1 extra step, and it's pretty stretchy, so I think it's gonna block out really nice. So there it is, and it's pretty big, and I'm hoping it'll grow a little bit more even. Let's see if I can, but so I'm hoping it'll stretch down like this, cover my my whole arm, which I think it will. So it's not huge, but it's big. It's big enough, and that's the wrong side. There you go. And that was really fun. I loved making that. So that's the only thing I finished. And then the other thing that I worked on was my lethal hat that I had started last time, which, let me see, it's now, she has her pictures up. So this is what it's supposed to look like whenever it's finished. I don't know. There you go. It's called Provocateur. And I was trying to finish it by Tuesday so that I could enter it to win a skein of Harrisville Designs yarn, which is what she used for her example. But that didn't happen. So that's okay. Maybe for the next pattern I'll get it out in time, finish it. Not this one. This one I'll finish before then, but so this is what it looks like. It's last time I think I was way down here, maybe. I can't remember. I hadn't done much, but it's very addicting, and the cables are starting to spread out. There you go. And the hat is turning, so what's going to happen is it's going to go like this. So I'm knitting around, and then I'll seam this side with this edge once it gets big enough to go around my head all the way. Okay. So yeah, that's fun. And I learned how to cable without a cable needle to do this, because there are a ton of cables, and yeah, that was getting kind of annoying using the cable needle. And I did a little video of me doing it. It was really easy. And there's some cables are 2/1, 2/2, and 2/3. But I do still use my cable needle for the 2/3 because it just gets a little tight. So, but for the 2/1, I don't need the cable needle at all, or the 2/2. And this is how much yarn I have left, and I'm afraid I might run out. I don't know. There's not a whole lot left. I think I'm on row maybe 80, and I need to go to at least 106. There's like 3 sizes, but I'll probably need to go a little further than that, I think, for it to fit how I want around my head. So I might have to use another yarn. So I was thinking if I run out, I will switch to this one. So I think that would look okay. This is Patton's Classic Wool worsted in the Mercury. So it's sort of like a charcoal gray. That should be okay. Okay. And I did a little bit, I think I did a little bit more on my Bruce hat, but I'm not positive actually. Maybe I didn't. But it looks exactly the same. If I did, it was just like a row. So, oh, what else? I wanted to say when I was binding this off, just a little tip, because it was a really long bind off, and the shawl was getting a little heavy, and I was using a long circular. So, and mine was a interchangeable. So what I do whenever I have to bind off something really long like that is I take the tip off the end that I would be using to that would be in my right hand. I remove that tip, and then my needles came with these little circles that you can screw on like a stopper. So I'll put that on the end of the cord, and then I'll just have the loose needle to work with in my right hand. That way you don't have all the weight of the shawl hanging off both wrists, and it goes way faster, and it's much more comfortable. So it took me hardly any time to bind that off. So just a little tip in case you ever had that problem with the shawl getting really heavy on a long bind off. And let's see, I think that's all the knitting I did. I didn't spin anything this week. I did a little bit of planning. So I had this blanket slash shawl, pie shawl that I was had started for my sister at least a year ago or more, and it had kind of got stalled, and it was with a sort of a chunky yarn, Cascade Ecological Wool Eco Plus, and yeah, I wasn't gonna finish it, so I ripped it out, and then those skeins are gigantic, so I got my ball winder out and I wound half of it. I was just knitting it straight from the hank, just undoing a little piece of knitting, and then because I was like, this is not gonna fit on my ball winder, and yeah, it didn't. So I maybe about half fit on the ball winder, and then I took that part off, and then I hand wound the rest, and yeah, that's the hank. It's kind of a heathery, light teal blue color. It's a really pretty color. And I have two of those. So I had her look, if there was maybe a sweater or something. So I thought, just I have enough to make a sweater. I have more than enough to make a sweater. And she's about the same size as me. So she looked, and she's really picky. Not in a bad way, just, she likes fashion. And not like me. I don't care. I'll wear almost, if obviously I wear things that don't match all the time. But, so yeah, she looked around. I kept sending her pictures of different things that I thought I might want to knit that maybe she would want to wear also, until we found one that we both agreed on. And she picked the Selvage cardigan by Amy Christophers. So that's what it looks like. And this is the back. So it looks pretty easy and simple. My color went weird. And the original one was knit with O-Wool Legacy Bulky. So I think this will work. And I'll probably have enough to knit something else with also. I think I search on Ravelry all the time. Make all these plans and then I forget what they are. But I think there was maybe a hat pattern that I thought I could knit with the rest of it. I think that's what it was. I have no idea what it is now. Hopefully I saved it somewhere. Anyway. So that's an upcoming plan. Didn't work on my Marshall at all because I wanted to finish either this hat or the Whispering Island. So at least I finished one of them. And so now I can get back to the hat. I mean my Marshall cardigan. So I don't know when I'll cast on that sweater. I'll see. Maybe today if I feel like it. And my wheel is, I assume it's on a plane. It supposedly left the factory or wherever it was in the Netherlands, and it says it's on its way to the destination country, but it hasn't gotten here yet. And it's been about a week, I guess. So it'll be a week tomorrow. So still waiting on that. We'll see how long that takes to get here. But I noticed that Craftsy was having a sale on classes, and so I had been wanting a couple of them, but I wasn't going to buy them until I had a wheel, because there was really no point. So I got the JC Boggs Faulkner spinning from worsted to woolen. I got that one, and I got like a beginning wheel spinning one that I think it's by Amy King is the teacher. I just bought those today, so I haven't even looked at them yet. But I'll probably watch them before my wheel gets here, just to see, especially the beginner one, just to see. Tells you all the parts of the wheel and how it works, and some beginning drafting and spinning techniques and things, and it had plying, and so yeah, I think I'll do that one first, watch that one, and then I'll watch the other one after the wheel gets here. Yeah. Christy wants to take a nap. Yeah. And I think that's it. I can't think of anything else. I have a few other little clips that I'm gonna add in either before or after this one of maybe a little bit of our hike we did this week, and also we have a new bird feeder that looks like a little swing. and the seed sits in the swing for squirrels. And the squirrels just discovered it today, so that was really cute. So I have a little video of that, and or a picture, I don't know which one I'll put, and the video of me doing the cabling without the cable needle. I think that's it. So short one today, but want to do it again, so just so I could stay. I figure it'll get easier if you keep doing if you keep on trying. So anyway, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll talk to you next week. Bye.